Okay, so hello guys, welcome back. And yeah, if you've seen the first part, you know what's happening. um, so last time we did the start and we did the first 5 floors of this run with the Dualies, and we're just gonna continue. So most of this part I couldn't speak because living situation. But yeah, so I thought I'd give this opportunity to just sort of talk over this, just to give some commentary. But I'm gonna also just maybe just try and reenact some of the stuff that I was just thinking in the moment on some of these bit more trickier levels, I would say, or just like give some thoughts about certain things. So with that said, we're on floor 6 now, and the chip, what was the chip I bought? I bought the mobile ink recovery ink, so I believe that means I can gain more ink while I'm moving around, I think. So yeah, we got splat zones here, and yeah. I'm gonna like cut out some of the commentary because it's not all gonna be that interesting. But I'm just watching it as it's the commentary's running. So I just very scannily looked at the footage just to see if there's anything that I just sort of took as pause on, like I had to go and do something and just sort of cut that out. But other than that, I hadn't really seen much of this since I actually played it myself. And yeah, this was quite a while ago. This was like officially day 1 for me, even though it was the same day. It was like the late morning after doing the initial part where I did it like immediately as on release at 1 in the morning until almost 3 in the morning. And surprisingly, I wasn't that tired. All things considered, because I'd still had to get up at like 9 AM or if not slightly before that. Because again, living situations, it's a bit tricky. It's a bit complicated to explain. I'm even lucky that I can talk now. I think I just kind of found a loophole and just sort of, if I get interrupted, I'll just have to deal with that. So yeah. Alright, so now we got the rush not back, because I figured that would be good to have. Oh yeah, no, because I got Reslider, so yeah, that would be useful to me. I keep thinking about other runs. So this is another Splat Zones one. And this purple ink is just it's so pretty. I love the ink colours in this rogue game. It's so cool. I wish we had more of these colours in the actual game, or even just in Splatfest. That isn't like just the boring blue, yellow, red, or orange, purple, green. Because those come up way too often in Splatfest. But I suppose that might be one of the least smaller problems of Splatfest in Splatoon 3. Okay, and we're about to have this one in the bag. And somehow we didn't get interrupted right at the end. Alrighty, so that's floor 7 cleared. Next, floor 8. And what are we gonna pick? I think we're gonna pick Ink Saver Main. No, I think we're picking ink attack size because I did, when I was glimpsing at it, we had that percentage already for the ink attack size. But I am oh no, I am gonna go for the ink saver main. I guess that other one's a bit later. Oh wait, no, it's in the it's in the I know where it comes from now. Okay, and we got destroying portals objective. Again with this nice little lilac ink colour. I don't know what I was thinking for these like levels, the you know, the first 10 floor levels at this point, because if you didn't see, like in my tutorial tower, I was just freaking out. Well, not freaking out, but I was like overreacting a little bit. I think just because it was kind of new to me, and I just had so many emotions, like just kind of overwhelmed but really excited. So yeah.
Oh, check it out, 8. Vending machine corner. Wanna get a soda and kick back for a bit?
Oh, these don't sell drinks, but for a few membucks you can restock lives or even buy colour chips. Some even let you swap your sub-weapon or special weapon for a new one. Also, a vending machine corner counts as a floor, so if you hit one up, that's one less risk you take on your way up the spiral.
Arguments all around. So what do you say, 8? Wanna see what it's got?
Okay, and this is where the vending machine comes in. That main firing speed looks pretty cool, but I did definitely go for the vending machine because I wasn't going to pass that opportunity. I wanted to see what it was about. So, let's see. Okay, drone killer whale. I think I bought this one. Unless, what was the other one? Splash radius. I'm not sure. I could have bought either of those. But I think I got killer whale because it's quite useful. Yeah, I did. Okay. And yeah, I didn't. Well, I think I did. I don't remember. But I noticed that you can get more than one of the chips, but it's double the money. Which I don't usually get to do that often. Heads up, there's something on the next floor, way past anything we've fought so far. Brace yourselves. If this spiral kept anything from my original design, then there should be a boss at floor 10.
So we're in for a real fight, huh? Stay on your toes, 8, and don't push your luck.
Ooh, okay. Okay, this is gonna be, yeah. When you'll see in a minute, so this is the boss. And just see for yourself. Don't mistake my instant jumping in as just a sign of like, gives a little bit of disappointment, I'm gonna be honest, because in the the trailer where they revealed the dates and they revealed the poster, there was a lot of speculation, including from me, that red-eyed person in the front of the poster would be Agent 4, because, you know, the hairstyle, and also they kind of looked like they had the headphones on, even though that probably was just their ears. Yeah, so many people, including myself, were just like, oh my god, is that Agent 4? And that's kind of why I was like so excited. You can understand my excitement in those parts, in the last part, or in, you know, the bit where it got Agent 4's palette and I saw the silhouette of this boss and all that. I was really excited to see Agent 4, but alas, we're not going to see Agent 4. And I was pretty disappointed. But on the other hand, where I said like I was a little bit nervous to see Agent 4, I was kind of just worried like what they do with Agent 4. Oh, I've just died. Well, that's not good. I guess I'm in trouble. But anyway, yeah, I was a bit nervous because I was worried what they do with Agent 4. Because like when you're building lore for canon characters like the agents, when like they don't have you have to like kind of take the personalities that they do have in the game and just expand on that, or just make some stuff as like a, you know, as a storyteller. And you start to have ideas, and then when the game throws something different at you that kind of just throws your story out the window, it's quite infuriating. And it's also like, especially if it affects, like, if it's contradicting to the personality that you've built on. So in that sense, I was relieved not to see Agent 4, but I was definitely disappointed that these guys were just like drone copycats. The game says that look like Agent 8, but I suppose it's supposed to mean that they're you know, cephalopods. That's what they're trying to say, because they're definitely Inklings, not Octolings. But no, I know, I see what they're saying. It's trying to just get rid of the racism that Return of the Mammalian put in the localization. That's definitely what's going on, and that's a good thing. So, yeah. Okay, I was about to say, yeah, we were doing fine. We were getting somewhere, but then, yeah, freaking Brella, was it? I think. Yeah, the Brella guy. The Brella guy just decided to end our run. So, yeah, so I died. Which was, yeah, first of many I was imagining at this point. But at the very least, I could finally exchange the pearls that I had gained through the pallets, and also the pearls that I gained from that run.
Get splattered by something that looks like you. Know what I mean?
So yeah, I was kind of, yeah, just thinking what to do next.
Guess what?
I just finished a feature that lets you start a run from a floor where it ended. You can choose a run to start from with Y. It'll be a real time saver. For some reason, I did not take this information in at the time. I don't think I would have been able to afford to restart that run anyway. I was kind of just more focusing on the new hacks that I'd just been given here. And yeah, I was just focusing on like what things can I do. Do I have enough pearls to get another life as well? Did I? I think I did. I did. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I bought a third life here. Because I think I felt that would have been, oh. Yeah, I think I was just one off. But then I realised, did I realise here? Yeah, I did. I realised that you could get pearls from getting new chips. So I thought, yeah, I'm gonna load that in. Interestingly, the boss I just faced isn't showing up on the thing, but I guess just means you have to beat it for it to show up. Kind of slightly weird, but you know, it is what it is. So I don't know what I was doing here. I think I was just having a little look. So yeah, and then before I went back into the elevator, I think I was just like, I just wanted to check that my Agent 8 looked like our Agent 8. Especially because at the time I wasn't quite sure if she had orange eyes, but yeah, from the information that is out there between us, it looks like they do have orange eyes. If not, it's brown, but I couldn't see. But the orange was like the closest. Oh, nice! Since we cleared 5 floors in our last run, this time we get 500 membucks. That works out well. I remember you saying there's a guaranteed vending machine corner on floor 5 to spend it.
Take 5. That ought to give us a good head start. Let's make the most of it, 8.
And cool. So we passed floor 5 last time, which means we got some membucks right off the bat. But other than that, it just meant we had to start from scratch. Like everything I did last night, and then the last was about 13 minutes into this was kind of gone. But yeah, it was I was expecting it. I wasn't surprised, so I just kind of pressed on with it. Now I'm just deciding which chip I want to play with. The main firing speed, yeah, that's pretty good. So yeah, all the way down to the bottom, and yeah, it shows me where my best run, which probably doesn't look that impressive, but yeah. So yeah, so let's start this run with a nice relaxing infinity ball objective. It's kind of funny that these guys just, like these guys, the big like ball kind of ball style fishes or gelatins, just want to play with it, play with the infinity ball. It's like they have that silly side to them. Phone, shut up. Yeah, so not much to say on these floors. So yeah, I just did a little, it's just a little dance, or a little jump rather. My plan for these videos is, oh, hang on.
Huh? Do we get something extra on the next floor?
Ah, you found a bonus floor. On floors like this, you get either a colour chip saturation or a bonus challenge. A colour chip saturation sets colour chips to all empty slots in your palette. Only for that floor though. The colour chips you get are randomly picked. All they have in common is their tone. Whereas a bonus challenge gives you an extra objective separate from the main one on the floor. You don't have to do it, but if you do, it'll earn you some bonus membucks.
Not seeing a downside here. What do you think, 8? Want to give it a go?
Yeah, I think I was just like, yeah, let's do it. I'm not sure what I was thinking in the moment, like whether they would give me those bonus chips that they were talking about for that floor, or if it was that, but yeah, don't use your main weapon. That can be quite tricky, but I definitely gave it a good go, which you'll see. But anyway, in these videos, I'm gonna have 2 different types of videos. One on my main channel, just a supercut edition, just to make it kind of fun, or fun. Just to like add some stuff in, edit it around, and just have a short video, just kind of a summary, you could say. But here, what I'm focusing on now is just the uncut version, where aside from this, round, because this includes the story as well. This the Dualies. I plan to just kind of do an unedited version of the complete run, so the run that is, you know, the successful run, as opposed to having any failed runs in. The time I'm recording this audio, the only one I've failed and had to restart and decide to retry is the umbrella. So I'll just kind of like do my my best run before I died, and then just say like, oh, I'm resetting, and that's it really. Nothing else to it. Yeah, as you can see with this floor, I was really trying to commit to not using my main weapon, but I think as you've seen like probably about 3 times now, there's been instances where I've just like impulsively shot my weapon a couple shots and was like, oh. But I stay committed to the challenge just in case. Because I wasn't sure if it had registered because I'd only done like a couple shots. But I think I was just in a bit of denial and just thought maybe by some miracle I could salvage it. I don't know if is there a point where I thought, oh no, I've definitely lost, or did I just really think that I could still do it? I'm not sure. But yeah, I stay committed to it, or I'm not sure if maybe, I don't know what I was thinking at the moment. But yeah, I definitely was, it was either I was thinking that maybe I was still in to win the bonus, or I was just having an excuse to kind of practice with having a challenge like this again in the future. I don't know. But we managed it. Oh, and I think actually, you know what? I just noticed it did count. So I'm not sure what the criteria is, what counts and what doesn't count. But I don't know. Anyway, we're going for the mobile ink recovery, I believe it was called. I'm trying to minimize how much I go back just so it's less confusing for me to edit this. Okay, so for the Turbine Tower, this one's kind of fun, like just the fact you have to go on the sponges. Obviously wasn't getting it straight away. Oh, here we go, yeah. Now I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I need to go on the sponges. These guys like really like drain the sponge really quickly as they bump into it, but I suppose that makes sense. I forgot to mention this as well. The contrast between this pink and the black ink or jelly, which it feels more like, it just reminds me of just Valentine's, especially the those different colour bouquets that you can get in Animal Crossing New Horizons. That's just what it reminds me of. So what am I going to do? I'm not going to do hard, surely. I'm not saying that as like, oh, that's too hard kind of thing. I'm just saying that more as at this point I didn't feel confident that I could do hard at all. But yeah, so we got Ink Saver sub, which is quite useful when you're using a sub a lot, and I felt like I was using it a lot, which is strange because a lot of the time when I'm just playing Splatoon usually I just forget to use my sub. I just forget it exists. I still didn't know that those like snaky, bouncy enemies had a splashdown attack, because they kind of just like bouncing towards you, and that was really it. I might be corrected. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. Oh wait, no, I remember now. The I think it was the floor in the last part where I said like, do you guys want some lunch? Which, God, that's funny. It's just kind of, I say this, I don't know how, like, I didn't realise I could make myself laugh. Which I know sounds a bit egotistical, but I think it's just funny. Things just like have humour to them when you just decide, I'm gonna add subtitles to this segment. It just adds to the comedy, even if it wasn't comedic in the first place. So, okay, so we're gonna go to a vending machine now, and it's floor 5. So, just like an easy pearl collection, really. Pearls. I don't know how the initials pronounce it, like pearls. No. So what? I think I got drone splat bombs. Or not? Yeah, I did. I considered getting another special, or a different special, but I was just thinking, like, I think I'm doing alright with the reef slider.
Great work, mate. You're a monster out there.
Hey, you want to know something neat? Each palette has certain common tones, which determine colour chips you see in the spiral. To see which tones you'll most likely find in your current palette, just press X. If you can't decide on a colour chip to pick, the common tones are usually a safe bet. I do know I was told to like check my palette, but I think I didn't really take in what they just said. I'm not sure. But I don't think I really took that in. I don't think. Later I do take advantage of that, the common thing. There's a hack where you can like increase the chances of your common color chip showing up, which is like slight bias and then high bias. But I learned when I did the high bias upgrade that it only works for like the primary common color, which I'll learn the hard way. So yeah, these guys can be annoying at times. Just the fact that you cannot ink them when they're spinning around. And they can be quite aggressive with their hits. They really can just like surprise you out of nowhere, like I feel like this one was kind of trying to do. But yeah, I think they're not as annoying as the sprinkler ones, but they're definitely up there. Personally, I don't find myself as that's annoying. 2 seconds left. I personally didn't find it, the sprinklers, that as annoying as everyone else does. But yeah, in Splat Zones they can definitely be quite annoying. There's even a level in this where it's like, oh, just come on, give me a break. Okay, so am I gonna increase my luck? Yes, I am. So this piece increase. I don't think I have come across the Step Off song at this stage. I still can't believe I didn't notice that the entire disc was available to me on that level where they introduced them. At the time I was like thinking, oh, is this gonna have a new song with it? No. No, I just had weird expectations, I guess. But that's fine, I didn't mind. I like how the Step Off song is used in reality. Man, just having these guys, it's a bit annoying. Especially when they charge you like that. And I should be done with the level, I believe. No. Oh, it's so annoying. Oh well, we got it. Okay, did I go for the vending machine or did I realise that I didn't have enough, didn't have that much money? I was definitely thinking about it, that's for sure. What are you gonna go for, Sam? No, I'm gonna go for vending machine, okay. I think I must have just thought like maybe I'll get a better chip from the machine. And I believe that I think I was mistaken. I think this is where I got the ink attack size, because I think that was the only like decent thing in there. And then I was just like, I don't know, Pearl. I don't know if she's talking about Octo expansion or if she's just talking about the last vending machine corner just looking exactly the same. Okay, but I think we got drone killer whale on this. Yeah. Yeah, because it's quite useful. As of now, I still haven't upgraded Pearl to be able to have the Ink Strike color chip, which sounds weird to do, but maybe that will be one of the upgrades I do next. So like in the what run is that in me for around for the I think Splatoon or the Splat Roller. I haven't decided yet at this stage. But yeah, I'm gonna have so much fun with the Splatoon. Especially when it gets upgraded with the speed and power. Which, maybe, I wonder if those are the common colour chips. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, that's in the far future in terms of this video. We're in good shape so far. I think this run is going pretty well.
Well, this next floor will be the test. You as pumped as I am, mate?
Okay, so yeah, obviously I had to pause for a bit, but you don't have to you don't have to sit through that, which is good. Okay, so I was preparing myself to have to face those guys again until I was introduced to this. I thought, huh, this is a different boss. Also, the sound effects. It's quite creepy when you think about it. Weirdly, this guy doesn't have any sort of introduction. Not even on this first time, which is weird. And yeah, I was I don't think I worked out that I had to not be caught by the light. Maybe, I'm not sure, but I'm sure it comes to me quite soon. That's for sure. Yeah, these guys. I think this is the first time I've seen these guys. They can be quite annoying when there's a lot of things happening. But yeah, what I was talking about was when they first revealed this, I think the very first time I was like, oh, is this the final boss? But then like a bit later I realised, well, if they really are keeping Marina and some of the other stuff secret. Oh, I got caught there. Hadn't caught up on that I could just hide from it. But yeah, I did later realise that why would they show it if it was the final boss? Even in Return of the Mammalian trailers, they didn't reveal the boss, except for the Grisco music on that first trailer. So yeah, so I think this is my favourite boss. I guess because I felt like I was able to protect myself well enough, but also just the vibe of it and just how interesting it is. I know it's just like, you know, just destroy the tears and that's it, but I don't know. I think sometimes it's what you consider to be a good boss. Is it how it plays, or is it the like aesthetic? I can't say that word. But like, you know, the vibe, and the vibe was definitely there. That's for sure. It's kind of creepy, but not as creepy as what we'll find a bit later. Something I didn't really realise, and that I don't really do anyway, because I'm not good with just trying to be close up all the time, is if you get too close and you try and like camp underneath it, it will just shoot what was it, wave breakers, and if you stay underneath it, it will just keep going and going. So, which you could do, I guess you could do a little mini game out of, like just jump roping forever as long as you can, which is kind of cool. Okay, yeah, and I'm nearly about to defeat this guy. Oh god. Just small spoiler warning. Yeah, just a small spoiler warning. The stingray attacks in this game are not easy. They're not easy to avoid. The best way to avoid them is to just run away. At least for me anyway. The jumping wasn't really working very well. But yeah, that was annoying. I had a couple extra tears to get rid of now. something I didn't realise as well is that on the weapon, let me just wait for it to do it again. Yeah, it had like these cube effects, and I wonder if that's just from a chip, like an enhancement from one of the chips or something. I don't think it was an armor. I don't think I had any armor on. So yeah, I'm sorry I'm not rushing. I'm not like just getting it done, getting the job done quickly, but I feel like I tend to do... Oh, here's the Step Off song, by the way. It's quite nice. It's pretty cool to just look at when it gets activated. Anyway, yeah, sorry I'm not... I wasn't going fast on this, or like some of the others that you'll find later. I kind of tend to find that I do much better if I just kind of take my time. I tend to just fail quickly if I try and rush into it. That doesn't mean I don't like sometimes rush into it and it pays off, or that I just go for it. Oh god, here's the stingray again. I don't have fun jumping over these because it just doesn't feel like you can jump over it very well. But I managed it. Oh, why didn't I just attack it? I don't know. Okay, so you should be dead at any moment now. No, I think I just miss. Feels like I'm not chasing after it. I just had like this comfortable balloon I was hiding behind. And there we go. That was the first boss I beat. And my first ever key. Let's freaking go! Little celebratory moment that I just wanted to sneak in there.
Everyone's still in one piece? Sweet. What even was that?
Definitely stronger than any gelatin we've seen. What did you pick up at the end? A locker key? That's interesting. Based on this, I think you'll get a key every time you clear certain floors for the first time with each pallet.
So, if we clear floor 10 again with another pallet, we'll get another key.
Exactly, Pearl. That said, I don't think we've wringed this pallet dry of keys yet. Yeah, I expect we'll find more as we take this one further along. And I do kind of like the elevator music from the first 10 floors, but it's nice that they change it up every now and then, or you know, every 10 floors. It just kind of feels like it's ramping up the difficulty, or just, you know, the vibe of it is ramping up the difficulty. So, another vending machine. Oh yeah. I don't know, I'm not sure if I actually realised that you could get more lives. Until this point, obviously. But I think, yeah, I must have thought I was able to afford it. Otherwise I wouldn't have bought it. I wouldn't have bought the chip first. So, yeah. So, what am I going to go for here? I actually don't remember. I was having a little think about it. I think I went I think, yeah, I did. I went for drone battery drop. Because I was thinking that, I guess I was just thinking about doing a bonus. But also, it's probably a good one to have out of those three, I think. At least with the difficulty. So, this one's don't jump. I thought that would be very easy because it's another thing I just kind of forget to do. If there's anywhere I do jump, it's usually in single player modes though. I think... I'm sure there's a point where I was like, where I just accidentally pressed B. I'm not sure. But I don't know if the if these high jumps count for the jump. Wasn't sure. Did I jump? I'm sure I like accidentally jumped in Octoling form once, which I don't know how I managed to achieve. But let's see. Did I get the bonus? Yes, I did. I think that bonus, the don't jump challenge, I think it implies that you can jump a couple times, but I think if you jump 10 or more then you've failed. I believe that's the case. Let's see, what am I gonna do next? Ooh, it's almost like I'm watching this blind. See, okay. Alright, I was gonna go for easy. Okay. Well, I suppose the chip was important, the turf lucky chain. I think I just thought that was a good one to have. And here's this is kind of also trailer music as well, but it's a little bit different. This map layout is certainly something. I'll tell you that. There's a lot to it. Oh, and this is a new. This was a new enemy. It looks a bit derpy on the face, but it reminds me an awful lot of. Oh, what's it called? Is it Stingray? I think it is. On Salmon Run. Works a little bit different than that, than it, but it has a lot of similarities. I don't know why, but there was a moment I was thinking, what if they do have a bit more like Salmon Run-esque things in this mode, in this inside order. I don't know why. Yeah, maybe it was like the fact that it was fish and stuff, which just made me think of Salmon Run. Which I just want to quickly mention while I'm trying to destroy these portals here. I think most of Return of the Mammalian is really, really good. Even like just the whole how it brings in the lore of Salmon Run and Grizz. The biggest problems were like some of the oops moments from the English localization team, that they still brought up Octoling or Octarian slander for no reason. Including from characters where you wouldn't expect it. But I think the design of Grizz, at first I was like, oh, I think that's a good idea. I was in the minority, I think, but now I realise it could be better. I think he just could have looked a bit more threatening, I think. I know some blankness does have some threat to it, but it could have been better. I still like the idea that he is in fact a bear. Anyway, there's some live commentary coming up, so I'll be quiet. That was really hard, oh my god. Alright guys, we're on floor 15. This is like the second time I'm playing. Well, the second run. And I'm currently at my best. Like, my best was like floor 10. Or I guess it's 9. Interesting that the boss was different. I wonder why. Is it just randomized? Strange. But anyway, we're gonna do some more. Oh, we get pearls on this floor. Okay, so let's go. Okay, well, yeah. So, thank you, past Starry. I forgot my name for a minute. So, yeah. I think I mostly just said things that I cleared up that I've already talked about, so nothing much to say. Back to the Return of the Mammalian. Yeah, I think I'm not trying to defend Return of the Mammalian. It does have a few problems, but I think that lore-wise, I think it's like 99 or 95% really good. I love all the alternate stuff, and I'm gonna explore it a bit more some point. So yeah, I haven't like 1000% Return of the Mammalian yet, but I have like, well, I've like kind of 99% cleared it, I suppose, because I haven't beaten After Alterna yet. I gave it a little try the day before Side Order came out, just to kill a bit of time and just see if I could actually beat it, but I was just kind of dying at such a early point, and then when I kind of finally got a good amount in one run, I got a good amount through. This is the first segment, by the way. I have a problem where I can't always hold myself up. Okay, well, guess they'll be all together then. Okay, sorry, I had to shut up. Yeah, these floating platforms that you have to keep on. I think we're past the spiral's halfway point. This place doesn't let up, does it?
How are you holding up, 8? You should rest a little before we hit the next floor.
I'm so sorry you had to go through all this. If only Order hadn't found a way into my mind.
Yo, don't feel bad. None of this is your fault, Marina.
I mean, somewhere deep down, I did wish for a perfect world of peace where nothing had to change. It was a weakness in me that Order took advantage of. Lots of people are afraid of change. Even me sometimes. You too, Ak?
Personally, it's never been in my top 10 fears. But I know that whatever you wished for, it wasn't this. You don't got nothing to apologise for. So dry those eyes. 8 and me are gonna pump the brakes on Order. Just sit back and enjoy the fireworks.
But Pearl, 8. No, I can't just sit back. I'm gonna do whatever I can to help fix this. Good. With all of us pitching in, we'll make this right. Hell yeah.
Huh? Something funky's up with the next floor.
Oh god, danger. Yeah, there's danger there. Whatever happens on a floor like that, you're not gonna like it.
No kidding. Well, we know what not to pick.
The thing is, if you don't, danger floors will show up more and more often until you go for one. Right. There's a catch, I see.
Seriously? Maybe we ought to bite the bullet. Don't want to be faced with 3 bad options later.
Might as well. If it's too much, you can always spend some membucks to return to the elevator.
True. I don't know, mate. I'll leave it up to you.
Oh, you're putting me in a situation. Let's see what these ones are. So allows per dropped, you kill a whale. So it doesn't really give us less points really that much. So that's the drone battery drop. More chances. I mean, we've been getting quite a few already. So, and then increase the size of your main weapon's shot, making it easier to hit enemies. I could really do with this one, to be honest. I might just go for it and then just face the consequences on the next floor. So, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. This might be a bad idea. It was somewhat a bad idea, let me say. Alright, off we go. Okay, well, that's, I think that's my last bit of blind commentary I had for this part, and I think maybe possibly up until I beat the story. Yeah, so basically, yeah, I just kind of, I fell off the floating stage, and as you can see, I very quickly got overwhelmed on this stage. So I just kind of tried to just sort of back out a bit. So yeah, just gliding the tower along. Okay, so just bit by bit, I'm just putting the tower, bringing the tower along. Just kind of taking my time, really, as I've explained that I'm kind of able to do more easily than just rushing into it. This, I do see a bit of a difference between how my broken armor acts then, as opposed to what it currently does. It's not massive, but it definitely makes a lot of difference having the amount of time it takes to recover shorter, even if it's just like, I think 4 seconds, it can really pay off when you need it most. But also, like, just, there's a speed you can have when your armor's broken and you notice it's quite slow. Well, you can, like, increase that speed a bit. So I've done that a little bit. And I think I've also got just a small jump that I get when my armor breaks. I don't think it really helps that much yet, but I think as it gets higher, it will help because I can just glide my way out of the situation. easily. Whereas right now it's just like just a tiny jump, and which kind of confuses me more than anything, more than saves me. So yeah. So let's see if I submit to my consequences now. As you can see, the danger is now in hard mode, and I obviously didn't have the ability to reset the floor selection. And even if I did, I don't think I would have realised it existed at this stage. So I don't know what my thinking was, either that I needed to clear the danger as soon as I could, or I was just like, well, that's a useful chip to have, so I'm going to pick it. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that I was... No, I'm gonna... Okay, I guess I was thinking that I could just face the consequences later again. Which I don't always recommend. I think I learned that if resetting the floor, there's a chance that you could just remove the danger entirely, or just have an easier danger level. But at the moment, I think this was a kind of like facing... I was just putting off the inedible and it was just going to get worse. I think that's what's going to happen. That's what's happened this time around. But for now, yeah, just taking it easy and just grabbing the infinity balls. There's a part of me that wants to say 8 balls, which I think I'm in like the minority where I say that I didn't find the 8-ball challenges too difficult. I'm not saying that I didn't have any difficulty at all. I think the very first one, that was definitely annoying because I couldn't get the ball from one floating platform to another. But I beat it in the end. I did, later on. I don't know why I put my other infinity ball in the lower target, because this ball was lower than that target. But it's fine. It's fine. It was quite easy, so I didn't have much trouble with it. Okay, and this is where I think I had to face my consequences. I was faced with 3 hard levels, which I wasn't expecting them to just be like force you to pick hard. I thought it was always going to be the easy, medium and hard difficulties. But no, they just like to throw hard ones at you, and as I've later found out, they also throw in rigorous, which I don't think I've played a single one. I might have played one and it cost me the run, which is why I did which, if it did, that's definitely why I haven't touched it since. So yeah, I needed to face my consequences at this stage. Especially because the other ones were all hard anyway, and I think, I'm not sure, but I think the other chips were just kind of like whereas this was quite helpful. So, yeah, I took a moment, but I just decided, you know, Sam, you need to just do it. So, my first ever danger level was the inking cover, ink coating, which I think this is the only time I've had it so far, after playing 4 pallets. And it's not too bad. I don't think it's that much of a problem. It's kind of just the same as if you got overwhelmed with enemies and they just covered, and there are all those like sprinkler enemies. Right here, as you can see, this was not a good situation to be in. And I lost my first life. So I realised I needed to be more careful with this stage. I took a minute to just prepare myself. I think my strategy then was to just try and ink that one real quick and stay at the top and just try my best to keep both zones covered. I thought that was much better than just shifting from the top to the bottom, because I could have just easily gotten overwhelmed with bosses on probably the bottom floor, I think. But yeah, this, in terms of like just how long it took, this was annoying. That it was annoyingly just took so long, especially because it was quite hard to cover the zone at the bottom from the top, and the sprinklers just kept coming and coming. But also these bosses these gelatins just kept coming and coming when I was trying to like just cover the bottom zone. And yeah, I almost died there, but I used my reef slider and I kept cool. Yeah, bit by bit I eventually did get the bottom zone, and just kind of made the most of the bottom zone being uninterrupted. And got the step off song, which blew a lot of the enemies away somehow from that distance. And yeah, there's me trying to recover the bottom zone, but failing to. I only had 8 seconds left, so I was just like, come on, I've got to do it. Oh, and there was 2 down there. That was super annoying. I almost fell off the stage there. I didn't want to fall off the stage. I think I like eventually gave up on trying to splat the zone from up there, because I was just so close to the end and I thought I could just do it. I didn't quite go down yet. I'm sure there is a point where I did, whether on purpose or accident, I'm not actually sure. Oh, here we go. Yeah, because that's just getting so annoying, so I wanted to just do it. Yeah. So finally, I got there. That was probably one of the longer ones so far, of 4 minutes. But sometimes it's just worth just taking your time. If it means winning, then it's definitely worth it. I know people like to speedrun, which is completely fine, there's no problem. I've always wondered if that about speedrunning, but myself. But yeah, it was just not the time to be rushing around, risking dying, as I did lose a life on that level too. So I think all of these, I was nervous to do hard mode, and then the other, I wasn't fond of the other chips, but I'll just pick a normal and just accept the piercing chip. I'm not actually sure how much of a difference it makes. I'm not a Splatoon expert. Compared to my Splatoon 2 days and early Splatoon 3 days, I definitely know much more than I used to, that's for sure. So yeah, once again I've got a no main weapon challenge, but this time it was really hard to commit to it, especially because the tower it goes up, and the only way to hit it while it's in between floors on levels on this stage is to use your main weapon. So I was just thinking about it and just realized that this was not gonna it wasn't gonna work. Sure, there comes where does that point come? It comes somewhere. I know I didn't commit to this all the way. See, I think at this point I still thought that I lost that last lost the other two bonus challenges. So I was like, I really want to get a win in this. But yeah, surely at this point I was like, no, I can't do this with, Good job, Sam, you've committed so hard that you've lost your life. I think, was it this point? Did I? Yeah. I was just like, nah, I'm not losing my life I'm not losing the run over this, so I just, that tower was just zooming. Yeah, I was just trying to be careful here because I was really close to losing, and I was doing my best to just keep this run alive. So, yep, so there it goes. Oh, and then got another sniper here. Now that I look back on this, I see how, like, I feel like my the Dualies fire range is going fast. I think it still was a bit low on the amount of ink it used was still a bit high for my taste, or I don't know. It just felt like it still was running out pretty quickly. But I think that might be more to do with the speed of my weapon at this stage. So yeah, just pressing on, trying to get this at the end before any more enemies spawned in, and just in the nick of time. Okay, so next. 8. Odds are good that we're coming up to a boss. You'll need to be smart at the core and careful on the top.
Marina, you worry too much. 8's gonna be just fine. The two of us got this.
I love Pearl's little arms like flapping, drone arms flapping around. Well, I don't know what's taking so long to move on to the next dialogue here. Sam, you good? It's definitely taking my time. Right, of course. There's that unsolicited advice I'm so familiar with. I can't help it. Pearl's just too precious. She's fearless at the core and adorable on the top. Pearl Marina. Huh. This side of you is less familiar. Okay, so just real quick before the boss comes in, the way that they've, I feel like the dialogue in this, it feels much closer. I don't know what the original Japanese version of it is, but the whole dialogue in this feels much closer to what it originally feels like it is. And I'm so glad that if that's the case, that they've committed to that. Because, yeah, the shipping... Because the shipping feel that we've been given is it's just so good. And, yeah, I knew we weren't going to get any, like, literal, like, you know, gay kissing and stuff, because, you know, that's how kids' games and controversial, well, apparently controversial, that's how it goes. So I was expecting them not to do something obvious, but I'm glad they did I'm glad they've given us what they have given us. And unless we find out that there's some actual more obvious stuff that they've put in the Japanese version, then I'm happy. I'm a happy cat. Anyway, on to the next boss. This boss, yeah, you look kind of harmless at times. It's kind of funny. I only played like a tiny bit of Splatoon 1 because I wasn't the one that owned the Wii U, so I was just kind of like playing it when I came to my dad's house, who did have a Wii U. So I never got to play the story mode, so I don't really know much about the bosses there. I do know the Octavio fight. I do know some of the big things, because I guess there's a lot of lore stuff that happens in the final fight with the Calamari incantation. As we've seen, it literally says in this story, in this inside order, that Marina's talking about that fight, which is reference to that, and that's when she heard the song, and that's where her story kind of, well, I'd say begins. It starts as this like her character who we know the most. That's where it begins. So yeah, so this is, everyone's saying that this is a Splatoon 1 boss. Yeah, and yeah, I'm trying to think of what else to say. I kind of kept my distance in this, and just went in when I felt like it was the right time. was like the killer whale. I don't know if I've said this by accident earlier. I can't remember. I have the memory of a I guess a smart goldfish. I wouldn't call myself goldfish quite yet, but my memory is getting close to that. I don't remember if I referred it to killer whale or stingray, but this is definitely a killer whale on this that it has, and it was typically easy to avoid because if it was rolled over in a certain direction, you just wouldn't get hit by it whatsoever. But yeah, saying that, later in other runs I did have a bit of problems. I was getting hit unexpectedly, and I think I might have even died to it once. But yeah, so the stingrays on the other two bosses, or the tower boss, whatever it's called, that one's hard to avoid, and there's another stingray attack that you'll see later that, the only way you have to run on that one because it's just so difficult to jump over, and it just follows you as well, so that doesn't help either. Yeah, so we're nearing the end of this this part of this segment of the run, like this video part in the uncut version of the videos. So yeah, so obviously this is by far like the furthest I've gone so far. But I was trying not to get too excited because I could just easily lose. And which reminds me, I was on my last life in this fight. I can't remember if I knew that, but I was definitely being careful when my armor broke like that occasion. So yeah, just trying to get in all the shots, as much shots as possible, so I could just beat it. I mean, yeah, this was an instance where I was trying to rush it. Am I gonna use my reslider? No, I guess not. Guess not yet. Let's see. I don't know if I'm gonna record lines for these two, first time boss fights. I haven't decided yet because I think there is some repetitive lines that I don't wanna do. And yeah, you can see the killer whale. It's not doing anything to me because the way it's the direction it was facing. But anyway, yeah. I beat it, and I was having a good little dance with Pearl. Just a little celebratory moment. I grabbed the key. Yes. So that's floor 20 done. So yeah, we really were getting close to the finale. The finale of the story.
Good going, 8. And we got a locker key out of the deal. That must though, huh? This order crate ain't pulling its punches anymore.
It must have made these to stop anyone from ruining its plan. I remember it said it wants to turn the Memverse into a colourless world of order. A world of mindless puppets, huh? Sounds exactly like where I was before I came here. Ak, you weren't in the deep sea metro, were you?
Hold up, the deep sea metro? That's where we pulled 8 out from.
That's the place. Someone or something there took my will away. I was forced to DJ for it. I don't remember much about my time there, except I heard this voice. Point is, it's better left in the past. I can't believe you went through something so awful. You know, I developed the Memverse in the first place to restore the minds of sanitized Octarians like you. And since we're having this conversation, that means it must have worked. Huh, so that was you, was it? I'm ranking up quite the debt.
All this is even more reason to take back the Memverse from Order. Those other Octolings need help too.
Okay, so just quickly, just real quick, because we are now at the end of this part of the video, well, this part of the run in this words. We are at the end of part 2, but I just want to quickly say that when everyone was theorizing that this was Marina's world that she built, this simulation she built, which does make a lot of sense, I was just thinking, why would she do that? I just wasn't sure what her logic would be to doing it. But, you know, after seeing, like, you know, when we save Marina, she explains that she made it and all that. And then this part where Ak, you know, says that they came from the Deep Sea Metro and what happened to them at that point. And Marina just explaining that it was her motive to build the Memverse is to help sanitized Octolings like Ak. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense now. I'm sorry that I didn't believe very hardly, like everyone else, that Marina made the reality. So anyway, I'm gonna go, and I'll see you in the next part. Bye bye.